Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to talk about talc-free makeup and highlight the brands that I know to be talc-free or some of the products that I know to be talc-free because I've been getting this request so much lately here on YouTube and also on Instagram. I was actually surprised to see that there aren't a whole lot of resources out there about this. There's a few different blog posts here and there, but they all seem to be kind of on the older side and don't highlight a lot of the newer brands that have come out in recent years. So I thought it would be a good idea to make a video just because talc has been in the news recently, and like I said, I get a lot of questions on it. So I'm going to leave some links down below just about talc in makeup in general and what's been going on in case you want a little more information about that. But let's go ahead and dive right in. I have a lot of different brands to cover, and I was surprised at how many there really are out there. So the first one would be IT Cosmetics. IT Cosmetics doesn't use talc in any of their powder products, their eyeshadows, face powders, blushes, you name it. And one of my favorite IT Cosmetics products is the Celebration Foundation. This is really the only powder foundation that I can use just because it has such a creamy texture, and on my dry skin it doesn't look powdery or cakey. So I actually use this quite a bit in the summertime, like if I just want to go out quickly and I don't want to put like a full face of liquid makeup on because sometimes it can feel heavy, especially if it's humid outside. I'll just dust a little of this all over my face and it just evens things out. It also, I think, has SPF in it as well. I'm not positive. It doesn't say on the compact. I wanted to say I thought it had SPF 50. It might. I'll double check that for you and let you know. But anyway, I really, really love this. And a powder foundation or something that you're dusting all over your face is actually a good thing to be talc-free, just because there's more of a chance that you might breathe it in a little bit when you're dusting near your nose more than you would like an eyeshadow. So I was really happy to see that IT Cosmetics is completely talc-free in all of their products. Next up, I also wanted to mention Bare Minerals. Bare Minerals is an awesome brand that I really, really love, and I feel like they don't get enough hype. A few of my favorite products from Bare Minerals are their Gen Nude palettes. These are 6-pan palettes and they are so beautiful, and I think the formula is really great on them too. The shimmer shades aren't what you'd call like the super foiled or super metallic. They're actually very smooth eyeshadows, so they're great if you have more texture on your eyelids, and I think the formula is just beautiful. I love the Gen Nude products in general. I'm also a big fan of the Gen Nude blushes. I have a few of the shades of that as well. I think they just melt so effortlessly into your skin. So Bare Minerals is another great one. Even their loose powders that, again, you're dusting all over your face are talc-free. So that's awesome. And then next up we have Pure Cosmetics. They are another brand that is completely talc-free, from their face powders to their eyeshadow palettes. And they have really great formulas as well. They just came out with the new Raw Beauty Kristi collab. I didn't get a chance to pick that up on launch day before it sold out, but it looks really awesome and again is talc-free. Another one of my absolute favorite brands that is talc-free is the Balm. I'm wearing the Oliver bronzer today and the Balm Beach blush, which is a beautiful nude shade. And these are some of my absolute favorite blushes and bronzers, hands down, in my entire collection anyway. So I was really excited to see that they are talc-free. And also the rest of the line, including their eyeshadow palettes, are talc-free, which I love as well. I actually did a huge video on the Balm not too long ago, so I'll link that up above in case you want to check that one out. And then another brand on the list is Pacifica, and to be honest with you, I haven't tried a lot from them. They do have really pretty looking eyeshadow palettes. I think I tried one a while back and I wasn't super impressed with it, but I'd be willing to give them another shot and see if anything has improved since then. But from what I understand, the entire line is talc-free, so I definitely wanted to include them on the list. Another one that I found was Ofra. I actually hadn't heard anything about them being talc-free. They don't advertise it, but when I went and looked on their website, everything from their eyeshadow palettes to the blushes and highlighters are all talc-free. So I definitely wanted to include them in this list as well, even though I don't have any products to share with you or recommendations. And then this next brand I was really, really excited about because they've become one of my favorites, and that is Sydney Grace. So all of their eyeshadows and blushes are talc-free, which I was so happy to see. I have this huge palette with a whole bunch of eyeshadow singles that I purchased, as well as their blushes, and I use them all the time. And I think the formula is pretty much like at the very top in my entire collection. And I just love absolutely everything I've tried from them. So I was so happy to see that. Next up, we also have Makeup Geek. They're another brand that I don't own anything from, but I definitely want to try them out. I've seen their like build your own palette thing on their website, and I've kind of played around a little bit and made made palettes for myself, but I've kind of been waiting for them to have a sale because they're a little bit more on the pricey side. And I know that, you know, they're a smaller business and they're made in the US, which I really like as well. But one of these days, I'm definitely going to get around to placing an order with Makeup Geek. And then another brand that is completely talc-free is Cover FX. And I don't own a lot of products from them, but I do have this face palette. This is the Perfector face palette. I think I got it in a BoxyCharm from a while back, and I was so impressed with this formula. These are some of the smoothest powders I have ever tried. So I really, really like this a lot. It has a bronzer. It says contour, but to me, it kind of looks a little bit more like a bronzer. It's very neutral. This blush is gorgeous. You also have like a finishing powder that is just one of the silkiest and smoothest finishing powders ever. You have two highlighters, and then you also have a brightening powder, but you know, you can mix and match and do whatever you want with these. I've even used like the highlighters on my eyes before and the bronzer. So this palette is amazing, and I know that a lot of people love their products. So this entire brand is also talc-free. And then another brand that just through my own research I found is talc-free, but they don't really advertise it, is Hourglass. And I have their ambient lighting powders, which I absolutely love. I also have some of their ambient lighting blushes, like the ones in this palette right here. And these are some of my favorites because they're that baked formula. So it just looks amazing on dry skin, or if you have more mature skin, that they just look flawless and they don't settle into fine lines and they don't look cakey or powdery on the skin. So I really love this formula, and I was really excited when I saw that they were talc-free as well. Another brand that I don't have any products from to show you when it comes to powders, but is also talc-free, is Honest Beauty. And you can find their products at Target, I believe. I think they're still there on the website at least. I think my specific Target got rid of them, but you can still buy them online. And I think some other Target stores still have it, but they are talc-free as well. So I've really been wanting to try their eyeshadow palette that I saw online recently, and some of their blushes as well. So at some point, I'm definitely going to get around to trying those out. All right, and then next up we have Burt's Bees. Burt's Bees is a brand that admittedly I haven't tried a lot from. I did try their powder blushes and I really enjoyed those a lot. I don't know where they went though. I can't find them anywhere. So I wanted to pull them out for this video, and I don't know. So I'm going to have to keep looking for those. If not, I think I'll definitely repurchase. I had one that was a nude shade that was so beautiful, but their entire line is also talc-free, which I was glad to see because there aren't a whole lot of drugstore brands on this list other than Honest Beauty and then Pacifica. And both of those I feel like are priced a little bit higher than other drugstore brands. So they're kind of more in the middle. They're not really high end, but they're not drugstore either. So I was happy to see Burt's Bees on the list, and I definitely want to check out some more of their products. And then another brand that I haven't tried anything from, but I've been wanting to, is Lawless, and you can find them at Sephora. They have eyeshadow palettes. They also have some beautiful looking blushes that I want to check out as well. I've heard a lot of really good things about the brand, so I definitely want to check them out. Another brand from Sephora is Ilia. Their products are also completely talc-free, and that's another brand that I really don't know too much about. I haven't tried much from them. I think they're like a clean beauty brand, or you know what Sephora is calling clean, and I think the products look really, really beautiful. And then another brand also at Sephora that I haven't checked out yet is Aether. I think I'm saying that right. Hopefully I am. But they have the most beautiful looking eyeshadow palettes. They're a little bit more pricey. I want to say they're around $58, but the reviews are really good on them. And those are also talc-free. So I'd be interested to hear your thoughts if you've tried anything from them, if you've tried those palettes, because I think they look so pretty. And then next up, we also have Jouer. Jouer, I was very pleasantly surprised to see is talc-free because this is one of my favorite blush combos right here, this Adore Blush Duo. I love this. I use it so often, and I definitely want to pick up a couple more of these. And unfortunately, I don't own any of their eyeshadow palettes, but I'm always admiring them, so I may end up picking one up at some point. But yes, Jouer definitely is on the list as well. All right, so those are the brands that I know about that are talc-free across the brand, but there are also some products out there that I wanted to mention that are talc-free even if the entire brand isn't. So first up, we have the Milani Gilded Palette. So I've talked about these in the past and how disappointed I am that the formula has changed from these, which were like the Soft and Sultry or Pure Passion palette. I love these so much, but these actually have talc in them and these do not. So I don't know if that's the reason that they reformulated them, but it's kind of making me take a little second look at it because because I do appreciate that they made these talc-free. I just feel like these are too blendable and they kind of blend away on the eyes, but I have better luck with them using a primer. So I think I definitely will try using these again and just see if I like them a little bit better, like using different techniques and stuff like that. But initially I was just really hesitant to give these a shot because I was so disappointed that they got rid of this formula. So anyway, I just wanted to mention that about the new Milani palettes. Also, when it comes to Smashbox, I keep seeing on some of these older talc-free lists that come up on blogs that Smashbox is talc-free, but when I looked at some of their products, they're actually not. So there are products that have it and then some that don't. Like some of the Cover Shot palettes don't have talc, and then I did see one that actually did have it. So I don't know if that was just a typo or what was going on with that, but it's not the whole brand. So I just wanted to put that out there that some of their products might be. And then another one that I was really excited to see are these Anastasia palettes that come in this packaging. So Soft Glam, Modern Renaissance, all the way up to the newest ones. They're all talc-free, and not the whole brand though, because the blushes I believe have talc in them, and also the new Norvina, like the sub-brand Norvina, those palettes actually do have talc. So they're a different formula than these, which I knew anyway just from using it, but I just wanted to put that out there because I really love these palettes, so I was super glad to see that. And then another company that did something kind of similar is Lorac. So their unzipped palettes are talc-free, but the Pro palettes aren't. So I thought that was kind of interesting. I knew that these were a different formula because they feel different, they apply differently, but I really love the unzipped palettes, so I was glad to see that at least these don't have talc in them. And then another brand that's not completely talc-free, but the eyeshadow palettes seem to be, are the KKW palettes. So I have this one, it's called Classic Blossom. It's a really beautiful palette, and these do not have talc, but I noticed that their blushes do, so I can't say like the whole brand is talc-free, but all the different eyeshadow palettes I looked at do not have talc in the formula. However, the Kylie ones do, so just a little point of difference here between the two sister brands. And then the last brand I wanted to talk about is Melt Cosmetics. So their eyeshadow palettes and highlighters seem to be talc-free when I looked on their website, but their blushes aren't, so they're not a completely talc-free brand, but I really love their eyeshadow palettes a lot, so I was happy to see that. And I think this formula is amazing, by the way. I only have two of their palettes. I have Gemini and I also have 27, which is like a beautiful kind of warm tone neutral palette right there. So I want to get the She's in Parties palette, but I'm just afraid it's going to be too dark for me, but the colors look so beautiful. So I don't know, if you guys have that palette, definitely let me know what you think, but I wanted to add Melt to my list as well because I know a lot of you guys are into their palettes and they don't have talc. So anyway guys, that's my list. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it informative and helpful, and if you have any other talc-free brands that you know of that I forgot to mention, definitely let us know down in the comments below. Also, I'd love to hear from you guys, just your thoughts and opinions on talc in makeup as well. I always love chatting with you guys and hearing your thoughts. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I will see you all in my next video. Take care guys. Bye.